So what is good, YouTube? It's your boy LegendaryEA, and we are back here for another video. And I mean, first off, happy Friday. Of course, it's been a tough week with the loss of Kobe Bryant. As always, man, rest in peace to Kobe. My favorite player, my favorite athlete, not even just basketball player, but favorite athlete of all time. And the situation is, it's just never gonna be the same. But today I didn't want to just make an NBA video. Like, I thought about this like literally 10 minutes ago. No script, we're going right off the dome. And I'm talking about like 5 players that I believe will become NBA superstars. Now, I'm not gonna be bringing out the stats. This is definitely an opinionated video, but I think this is gonna be fun. So let me know y'all's top 5 and some honorable mentions, any comment section below. I want to hear and see what you guys actually think. So let's get straight into it, man. I don't want to hold you guys up too long. I want this video to be around like 5-6 minutes long. Might be longer. But I mean, other than that, let's get straight into it, because I'm sure that a lot of you guys might not agree with what I have, but I think for the most part, we might have a few of the same guys. So let's get straight into it. So starting this thing off, I want to let you guys know what my definition of a superstar is, because to me, a superstar is a game changer. Like, they can change the entire game for their team. They are extremely marketable. They can score with the best of them. They can carry a team, a franchise, and they can win. That's the most important part, is that they can win. And a lot of these guys on my list, they might not be winning right now, but from what I've seen, their game can lead to wins. And maybe when their teams surround them with more great talent around them, it's only gonna, increase their chances of getting towards the championship. They are in decent to great situations already, and I feel like their game can change their entire team around. So just to let you guys know, in the NBA, I don't think that there's a lot of superstars like that. That term is thrown around so much. Like, I only think there's only a few superstars in the NBA. I think that LeBron is a superstar. I think that James Harden is a superstar. I think that Giannis is a superstar. Kevin Durant is a superstar. And those 4 for sure. Stephen Curry is a superstar. That's 5. And maybe and Kawhi Leonard and Russell Westbrook used to be a superstar whenever he was in OKC. He's still close to being that tier. So to me, there's only about 5 to 6 real superstars in the NBA. I don't necessarily consider Anthony Davis one, because I don't think that he can lead a team to a championship or was ever really capable of doing that as the best player. But he's still a star in my opinion, just not a superstar level talent. So I'm sure a lot of people probably disagree with that, but I just don't think that the word superstar should be thrown around as much as it is. Like, whenever they were saying Zion Williamson, NBA superstar, is coming back to play, I was like, Zion's gonna be one, but right now, let's not do that. Regardless, let's get straight into it, because at number 5, I'm starting off with probably somebody that's not on any of y'all's list at all, and that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's taken so many strides now that he's in OKC. He's getting to learn from Chris Paul. Right now, the OKC Thunder, they're looking at potentially getting in the playoffs. I don't think that they will, but Shai is somebody who plays on both sides of the court. His jump shot has definitely gotten better this year, and just every single year, even whenever he was on the Clippers last year, he's always shown that he's willing to put in the work to actually win games, whether that's him scoring 8 points or now scoring about 20 points a game. He's shown improvement in the playmaking department. He's improving on defense. And like I said, offensively, his game has taken a big step as well. I think that Shai has the potential to be a top 10 player in the NBA in the future, not in the near future, but definitely in the future. And once again, this all comes down to winning. OKC is looking for the next star, and just him getting to get mentored by Chris Paul is definitely going to help him. Now, I'm not going to lie, this one is definitely a shaky, risky choice. And I even feel like some of my honorable mentions that I will be mentioning later on, some of them have the chance to beat Shai. Like, my honorable mentions and Shai are really, really, really close. I think that Shai's the only one on my list where he's close to any of them, because the next four that I will name, those guys are pretty much a lock for. But at number 5, we do got Shai. I like it. It's risky, and it's something that's not on anybody's list. So let me know how you guys feel. This is probably the one that a lot of you guys are going to disagree with, but I think I'm a rock with my choice, and hopefully I'm right. Hitting it at number 4, we got Jason Tatum, and like I said, this is a definite no-brainer at all. Now, Jason Tatum, he got to learn from Kobe Bryant and get mentored by Kobe, but his game reminds me so much of Kobe, and that's from his rookie season, whenever people were really comparing Book to Kobe, and I was like, yo, Tatum's post moves, Tatum's fadeaway, Tatum's mid-range game in general reminds me so much of Bean, bro. And just the way that he plays, with the mentality that he plays with, like, I believe Jason Tatum, he has the confidence to take the last shot every single time he's on the court. And he has a great team surrounding him. Right now, Kemba Walker is the best player on that team, but I do think that Jason Tatum will develop into being the best player on that roster. And Boston's going to be contending for the next at least 4 seasons, 3 to 4 seasons. I can definitely see that. And Tatum's game is progressing every single game. He's a great shooter. He's a great scorer. Most importantly, defensively, he does need to put in some work there, but he's not a total liability. But I do think that he has that potential to be a star, a superstar. I think that he can. I think that whenever he's in his prime, he can actually be the best player on a championship squad. And I do think that his game in general, and I do think that he's marketable. I think that he has all the traits of what can potentially become a superstar's career. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about that. Hitting it at number 3, we have Trae Young. Now, Trae Young's numbers this year are incredible. Now, he's one of the ones where I legitimately say his team needs to put more around him. A lot. Last night, Trae Young, I believe he had 18 assists, like 30 points. Trae Young, if the Hawks put some talent around him, Trae Young is an offensive freak. This man can pass the ball. I think that he's one of the top 3 playmakers in the NBA right now. He's an amazing shooter, an amazing scorer. He got that Curry range. His vision is insane. He has a handle as well. Defensively, he's definitely a liability, but he is marketable. He's pretty much the next generation Stephen Curry. That's exactly what I can see him being. If they add some more talent, they do have John Collins. But other than that, I mean, Cam Reddish has been playing all right as of recently. They got DeAndre Hunter. Those guys still need to develop themselves, but if they can add in a center there, like, I've read about them looking at Clint Capella and Andre Drummond. If they add in a center, get a bench. And I'm not saying fire Lloyd Pierce, but if they just surround Trae with some more talent around him, the Atlanta Hawks are already a fun team to watch. Imagine if Trae had some good players around him for him to kick the ball to and just dominate with. I think that Trae could be the next generation Stephen Curry. And it's scary because coming out of the draft, he was really a boom or bust type prospect, but I can definitely see him becoming that kind of player. At number 2, we have Zion Williamson. Now, a lot of people would have Zion number 1 on their list. I got him at number 2. The biggest reason why is because, yes, he's going to be dominant his first few seasons. He's going to be really, really dominant. He's extremely marketable. And I think that he could be the best player on a great team in the future. I think that his talent level is incredible. The only thing why I cannot put him at number 1 is the injury risk. Zion's weight, his size is a risk for how much he jumps and leaps, and it's really, really scary watching him play because I know a highlight is coming, but an injury can be coming as well. Regardless, Zion's on the Pelicans with Brandon Ingram, with Lonzo Ball, with Jackson Hayes, with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and possibly another top pick in this coming year's draft. He has the potential to be the best player in the NBA, without a doubt, in my mind. He has that kind of potential. It all really just depends on him reaching it, and like I said, the injury risk. But everything else lines up for Zion to be that guy. Like, they pretty much crowned him as the next LeBron since high school, and it's very similar. Like, it really is. He can pass the ball. This man was smacking down threes in his debut. I think just watching him it's gonna be fun, and I think that in the future he can be one of those guys who's a top 5, top 3, maybe even the best player in the league. So before we actually go on to number 1, I do want to name some of my honorable mentions here, and some guys I do think that are probably gonna be stars. Maybe they end up being superstars, but for right now, I really just see them as being stars in the NBA. Not really much of a game changer at all, but some really good players. They could end up being top 10 players, top 15 players, top 20 players, stuff like that. And once again, some of these guys could possibly replace Ja. Some of these guys could actually possibly, you know, replace Shea. And just starting off this list is Ja Morant. Honestly, it was a coin flip between if I wanted to go with Ja or Shea. The only thing that really set Shea apart is Shea being a point guard, being about 6'5", 6'6", and Ja being 6'3", and kind of an average to below average defender. But Ja Morant, the stuff that he's doing right now in Memphis is incredible. Like, it is actually incredible. They got Brandon Clark there. They got Jaren Jackson there. If anybody was to take Shea's spot on this list, it would be Ja Morant. Other than that, we got Donovan Mitchell. We know how good Donovan Mitchell actually is. Devin Booker is there. Like I said, Devin Booker is somebody who he's so close. He's so close. Ben Simmons is there. I think Ben Simmons is going to be a great player, but I do think that offensively he is lacking in some aspects. And yes, that is talking about the jump shot. And whenever my point guard can't make a mid-range or even attempt a 3-point shot, that is going to limit his teams a lot. And it's not even if he misses those shots. He just got to take them. Like, that's the biggest thing. He just has to take them. Miss or not, like, you got to pull that shot, dog. D'Angelo Russell is there. I think that D-Love's in the future. I could see him possibly having the potential to be a top 20 player. I don't think that that's too far-fetched. And lastly is De'Aaron Fox, who he's trying to work his magic with the Sacramento Kings. Let's hope that all these guys can actually reach their potential. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions. Like I said, I understand if you guys want to replace one of them with Shea. I definitely understand it. But yeah, regardless, anybody that I've even named in this video, bare minimum, I see them becoming a star in this league. So nobody's really getting slighted at all. But hitting into number 1, I do have that as Luka Doncic. And Luka is somebody that, look, my draft video for that draft is making me look so wrong right now. I was completely wrong about Luka. Luka can do it all. He can pass, he can shoot, he can score. He can't defend, but he can do almost everything else on the court, and his IQ is just so high. The one thing that really set Luka apart from Zion is the injury potential. Yes, Luka has gotten nicked up a few times this season, but I do think that long-term Zion is a bigger risk for injuries just because of how much force he's jumping with, how much weight he's jumping with and landing on. That's the only reason why. But Luka has already put the Mavs in a great position to actually make the playoffs this season. We'll see how they actually finish it. He's an all-star starter. Same thing with Tre Young. I really want to see this next generation of hoopers, man, because there's just so much talent that has came out in the last few years. And like I said, man, I think everybody on this list can bare minimum become a star in this league. Now, I don't think that Luka is a superstar yet. He hasn't done it consistently. Same thing with Trae. I don't care how many numbers they're putting up in their first or second season. They just aren't there yet. But I do think that it's coming. Like, very, very soon. I think that they could reach that kind of title where they are stars, they're superstars in the league. Regardless, let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section below. Like I said, we did this off the dome with no script, no nothing. I might have forgotten a few guys, but let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know who you guys think is going to be a future superstar in the league, and what's y'all's definition of a superstar. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure and like it up and subscribe. Check out my mock draft for the 2020 NBA draft, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace, y'all.